Just a day ago, they appeared in the America's Got Talent All-Stars audition. And once again, fans went wild. Even music legend Stevie Nicks of Fleetwood Mac fame praised them on social media, and she even asked if she could join the choir. Before we chat to the director of the choir, let's play a clip of that recent audition song, We Will Rise. I have got goosebumps, and I'm joined now in studio by Ralf Schmitt, who is the director of the Ndlovu Youth Choir. Ralf, I didn't expect you to actually be in studio. You're there, and now you're here, but this played yesterday, so just explain how it all worked.
Yes, so the show was pre-recorded last year and only broadcast on Monday evening on US networks, so early Tuesday morning our time.
And what was it like to be back at America's Got Talent?
Yeah, it was surreal. It was as if we had never left. COVID had never happened. It was great to be back. What was very nice, it was almost like a reunion, because you get to know the producers, you get to know the wardrobe people, the choreographers, everybody that works so hard behind the scenes. And we became very close to them when we were having our last run, when we were there for 6 weeks. So it was lovely seeing everyone again, being back on that stage, and I couldn't be prouder of the choir, the way they performed.
So talk to me about the progress of the program. So the whole thing's actually in the can, and it's another competition, right? It's the All-Stars competition. So you actually know who won, but obviously you can't say anything.
I don't know who won.
Oh, you don't know? Okay.
But I do know that we're not going to be going to another round. We came second in our group, and only the winners of each group go through to the final. But we were just very pleased to be there and to be part of it and to share the stage with 60 of the greatest acts of all time of the Got Talent franchise. So Britain's Got Talent, America's Got Talent, all of that. So just to be there and be amongst that talent. I mean, there was a wonderful Ukrainian group that we bonded with when we were there, and we were dancing to my piano with the guys from Ukraine.
Amazing.
And, yeah, so it was just, it's more about that cultural connection. It's always been like that for us rather than a competition. Yeah,
and I know that you received high praises from the judge, but also, I mean, this is incredible for any Fleetwood Mac fan. I don't know if you are. Yeah. Stevie Nicks singing your praises. How did that feel?
It was crazy. I mean, I saw the tweet drop on my phone last night, and I was like, my goodness, is this? I have to really check, is this for real? But I mean, yeah, I mean, she's the empress of rock music, and it's high praise. But you can see from the message that she was deeply moved, and you know, that's. I think when you see these young people sing and you see the potential of young South Africans and the potential that is untapped potential that we have in this country, one can't help but feel deeply moved.
You know, when you watch them perform, they're clearly phenomenally talented. They move beautifully. It's wonderfully choreographed. There's great energy. But I think that what you're alluding to is that there's something more, almost on a spiritual level, that is pulling people in. I mean, and how do you understand it? And what is it like to feel that energy?
It's something about the water in Limpopo.
Aha! I knew it!
No, but I think, you know what I think? I think us South Africans, we've just got this amazing resilience. And that's actually what the song We Will Rise that we sang is about. It's about our incredible South African spirit of resilience. And that comes through. It shines through all of us. And you know, there's never a dull day in South Africa. And
this is true,
yeah,
except when the lights are off.
You would well know. But I think to get that global affirmation that we've got, and for people to say, guys, what you're doing is actually great. Yeah. This country is amazing. The talent here is amazing. The youth are amazing. I think that ignites a sense of optimism and warmth that nothing else really can.
So when did this choir start? Because I would imagine that quite a lot of the youngsters are pretty grown up by now.
Yeah, we started almost 14, 15 years ago. So many of the guys, in fact, most of the guys that started with us have moved on to other jobs and careers. And that's also an important part for us as management of the choir is to equip the guys with skills to enjoy careers outside the choir. So even some of our older singers that are still singing now are busy looking at different career options. You know, one of our former choristers is my assistant and our resident sound engineer. There's another one of our singers who started a makeup business, and she does makeups for weddings for people in the village there and stuff. So it's just really wonderful to see them grow and develop and become the best versions of themselves.
I mean, they're incredibly talented, and I mean, apart from you joking, saying something in the water, but this suggests that there are many villages of untapped talent. Youngsters that are not being allowed to reach their full potential.
I'm so glad you say that, because I always say we're a tiny village. You know, you go on the way to Groblersdal, if you know where Groblersdal is, no disrespect to Groblersdal, it's a lovely place. But you go to Groblersdal, there's this tiny little village where we are. And it's like a village called Elandsduren in Mutse. And most of our kids live within walking distance to our rehearsal venue. So that's, you know, you look at the amounts of people that live in a rural village within walking distance to a rehearsal venue. And that's what comes out of it. How much untapped talent of young people, of youth is there in this country? And if we can somehow put our minds together to harness that potential, we're certainly the wealthiest country in the world.
And also, I think doing what you love and what you're good at, you have shown explaining how these children who were children when they started and are grown up in the last 14 years have gone on to create their own jobs and to have their own careers by doing what they love and receiving that attention and that focus. So while we get to enjoy the wonderful performances, these children have got a fantastic future ahead of them, and it's just been so lovely to meet you in person, and thank you for this wonderful group and the joy that it brings all of us. Really great.
Thank you for having me, and thanks for everybody's wonderful support. It's much appreciated.
Awesome. All right, that of course is Ralf Schmitt, who is the director of the Ndlovu Youth Choir.